This is section 8.1, problems 1 and 2. Number 1 says, in a statistical test, we have a choice of a left-tail test, a right-tail test, or a two-tail test. Is it, here's the question, is it the null hypothesis or the alternate hypothesis that determines which type of test to be used? So are we going to be, which determines if we're going to be using a left-tail test, a right-tail test, or a two-tail test? It's a good practice when setting up a test to consider the assumption that you're making about some parameter, and then ask, what do I want to do with this assumption? Do I want to show that the assumed value is just not equal to that, in which case it would be a two-tailed test, or would I want to prove that, or try to show that the real value is less than the assumed value or greater than? So I'm really looking at the alternate hypothesis. So I think I'm going to be stating here that it's H sub A, that's going to determine the type of test we're looking at. So let's see if that's one of our options. So the first one says the alternative hypothesis because it specifies the region of interest. I think that's it right there. It's not going to be the null hypothesis. It's the alternate because it specifies a level of significance. No, that's not it. So I'm going to go with that choice right there. Now, the second question is this. If we fail to reject, in other words, accept, okay, that's interesting. If we fail to reject the null hypothesis, does this mean that we have proved it to be true beyond all doubt? Well, no, not at all. It means we just don't have enough evidence to reject it. So we can scratch out the no's, the yeses. What does this say? No, it suggests that the evidence is not sufficient to merit. Okay, I think that looks good. What's the last one? No, it suggests the null hypothesis is true only some of the time. No. Let's go with the first one here. If we fail to reject, we just don't have enough evidence to merit rejecting it.